Did you buy into the $695 billion lie? Chances are you have and didn't even realize. Or maybe you did know. Maybe you're fully aware that you've been fleeced tens of thousands of your hard-earned dollars and will continue to lose a lot more, but you're not doing anything about it. And if you despise the fact that you've been lured into a false promise that is now costing you thousands of dollars, you'll want to put a stop to it immediately. If you want us to show you a way how to recoup your losses and uncover money that's rightfully yours by claiming your stake in the $20.2 billion pie that's up for grabs, then you need to pay attention. This could be one of the most important announcements you will hear all year. In the next few minutes, we'll reveal shocking truths behind the government's $695 billion lie, a lie that is costing you thousands of dollars right under your nose. A lie that's already shattered the retirement dreams of thousands of Australians and possibly yours if you don't do something quickly. By the end of this video, you will know the facts and learn how to put an immediate stop on this so you don't lose any more money. Plus, learn how to claim your fair share of over $20.2 billion of unclaimed money owed to hard-working Australians like yourself. We'll show you how to rightfully claim lump sums of money that are owing to you from past employers that you possibly never knew about. And you'll discover some little-known tax concessions and specialized investment loopholes that can open up opportunities for you that you'd never have thought were possible. We'll let you know up front, we're not trying to sell you anything here. There's nothing to buy. This is just pure information. This information is very timely and urgent. We may be forced to pull this site down at any time, so make sure you watch this video right to the end. So what is the $695 billion lie? And who in their right mind would sit back and watch thousands of their hard-earned dollars go up in smoke and do nothing? What we're referring to is the Great Superannuation Lie. If you hardly think or worry about your super because retirement seems a long way off, think again. This is affecting you right now, more than you realize, and this problem will compound to become a lot worse for you if you ignore it. You see, you were led to believe that your super fund will support you into retirement. Wrong. Most of us are completely oblivious to the severity of the superannuation shortfall that is facing everyday Australians. And sadly, many Australians leave it far too late to take control over their finances. Shocking facts reveal that an estimated 78% of Australians won't have enough money to retire on. The sad facts are that the average Australian male retires with only $198,000 in their super, and the average female with $112,000. This would realistically translate into 2 to 3 years of income before the funds are completely exhausted, making you reliant on the government pension, which is only $19,469 a year for a single person or $29,354 for a couple. That's only $374.40 per week. You'll become reliant on family support, living a life of quiet desperation. And it gets worse. Since the global financial crisis, the GFC, some Australians have lost up to 70% of their superannuation funds. And these retirees are now forced to go back into the workforce just to survive. You were promised that your super contributions would be invested wisely for you and grow into a nice retirement nest egg. Wrong. According to independent research company Super Ratings, over the past 6 years, the average super fund made only a dismal 2.5%, while annual inflation has been 2.9% over the same period, meaning if you had $100,000 invested in your super 6 years ago, it would be worth only $98,000 today. You would have been better off putting your money in the bank instead of your super. Industry experts all agree that every Australian should aim for $1 million as a lump sum in their superannuation in order to have a comfortable retirement. So let us ask you a question. Do you have $1 million in your super fund? Here's another question. Do you have a strategy or plan to end up with $1 million in your super upon retirement? Do you even know how much superannuation you have? Most of us don't. And that's the very problem. To add insult to injury, you're being charged management expense fees and administration fees for the privilege of you losing your money. The super industry is also desperately trying to cover up their dismal returns and would rather you didn't know where your savings were invested. They're pretty much telling you that it's all too complicated and you wouldn't understand. Here's the real reason. Most of your funds are simply invested in the major banks, index funds, ASX 200 and mining stocks. And if investors knew this, then fund managers wouldn't be able to justify charging you their exorbitant fees. Latest reports show that they have charged hard-working Australians over $2.9 billion in fees. And for what? Millions of Australians have been betrayed by this lie and have had their retirement dreams shattered. And it's frightening to know that most Australians don't think or worry much about their super until it's too late. The biggest regret that most retirees have is that they didn't start preparing for their retirement sooner. Don't let that be you. It's not too late to turn things around if you take on board this vital information. The only fault of yours will be if you stick your head in the sand and ignore this message. So, here's the good news. There have been some recent changes to the super laws that now allow you to recoup what you have lost in recent years, where in certain cases you can borrow within your super, opening up investment opportunities that you thought were never previously possible for you, and some of the best tax concessions available, so you can not only recoup what you lost, you can rebuild your retirement dreams faster than ever before and with less risk. Did you know that 1 in 5 Australians has unclaimed super from past employers, totaling more than $20.2 billion? You could possibly have tens of thousands of dollars out there that is rightfully yours. Money that you could invest and grow while you sleep. Did you know there is a steady trend emerging right now with people using their super funds to invest in residential property? We're talking about people who had given up all hope of ever entering the Australian property market. Well, now they can. A recent study found property has generated better results than the share market over the past 20 years and is a far safer investment environment. The ANZ report called Australian Property Research Asset Returns, Past, Present and Future showed once all the associated holding costs were considered for the various assets included in the study, owner-occupied housing was found to have generated an annual return of 12%. Investment property 9.6%, stocks 8.9%, government bonds 4.8%, commercial property 4.2% and term deposits 3.7%. More and more people are realizing this and using the new super laws to enter the property market with amazing results. According to the ATO, over the past 12 months, the amount of super allocated to property has jumped by 25%. Some people who thought they couldn't afford the current property market now can. As long as you have a 20% deposit in your super fund, the banks will lend you the other 80%, subject to serviceability, of course. Revitalizing their dreams of a comfortable retirement, some smart people have used their super to invest in specialized land deals in a proven historical capital growth area that has been returning 10% per year for the last decade. Even more exciting is that they've been able to delay settlement for 7 to 10 years, so they can make all this growth without any ongoing payments, fees or taxes. With the right help, you can finally be enthusiastic and excited about the income, cash flow and lifestyle that awaits you in your retirement years. So how can we make this happen for you? There is one way to make this possible. One way to take back control of your money and choose your own investments so you can get back on track for setting yourself up for the retirement lifestyle and cash flow that you deserve. And that's with a self-managed superannuation fund. That's the only way the government will allow you to take advantage of all these benefits and more. Without an SMSF, you're giving control to large fund corporations who don't know you or really care about you, where your hard-earned savings are left in the highly volatile equity markets that you probably know nothing about, and where, as we've seen in the last 6 years, you've actually lost money. So how do we correct this? there's an easy and affordable way to set yourself up with a self-managed superannuation fund. For an accountant to set up an SMSF for you, it will cost anywhere from $1,500 to $3,500 plus GST. But that doesn't include them tracking down your unclaimed super for you. You'll have to do that yourself. But here's the best part. You can get your super fund to pay for all your setup costs associated with an SMSF, so there's virtually no out-of-pocket expenses for you. Now keep in mind that accountants aren't experts on how you can best use your SMSF for growing your investment to set yourself up for retirement. You'll have to go elsewhere for that information as well. Now, to claim your unclaimed super, you can pay another company to source it for you for under $100. But be prepared to spend some time filling out a bunch of forms. You cannot avoid this, but it's well worth it in the long run. Legally, we can't source your unclaimed super for you, but we can shave off hours of frustration and help you get your money back faster. Plus offering to assist in any investment opportunities to grow your super if you want to go down that track. All you have to do is to download and read a special free report called What I Didn't Learn About My Superannuation But Wished I Had, valued at $97. Plus, we'll give you 2 tickets to attend our exclusive closed-door workshop called Rescue My Super, Unleash My Wealth. All you have to do is simply click the green button below this video for more information on how you can gain access to this immediately. We're offering this free special report and free tickets to only 250 people in each major capital city around Australia. And seeing that this video will be seen by over 100,000 active 21st Century Education subscribers, we know that 250 spots will be snapped up almost immediately. Numbers are very limited, and this is a very time-sensitive offer, so don't miss out. Simply click the green button below right now to reserve your free tickets and your free special report. And we'll see you on the inside.